all have gotten into your car and pulled off from your job and realized that your tire was flat, right? Okay, so car trouble never really happens at an opportune time. Close your eyes and imagine yourself being stuck on the side of a highway with that flat tire. Now, as you feel cars whisk past you and your car begins to rattle, your anxiety's rising, and you really don't know what to do, I'm here to offer you a solution with Eemerg roadside assistance. Coming from a middle-class family full of tow truck drivers and providers, we're able to see the issues on both sides. For providers dealing with large motor clubs like AAA, they're locked into contracts for 5 years, even though there's inflation and other price changes in the economy that cause their insurance and the cost of trucks and the cost of running a small business to rise. With customers, we were able to see that the problem was time, pricing, and limited options. So the question really comes down to, would you rather be at home with your kids fixing dinner or helping them with their homework, or would you rather be stuck on the side of the road? Nobody is really prepared to have a roadside assistance emergency, so when that arises, you may not always have the money available. Our solution is on-demand roadside assistance. Through a platform with no membership fees, a nationwide network of providers, hassle-free payment options with our Family Pay and our in-app checkout, and fast and simple services through our mobile app and our web app platforms. When you want to use our service, you would go to eemerg.com, you would click Get Service Now, and these options will pop up. So here you see our service selection menu where you would select the service you need, you would enter your information for that service request, and we would give you a summary. Once you look over that summary and all your information is okay, it goes directly to our marketplace of providers in your area. Those providers respond real time with pricing and ETAs for you to choose from. Once you select a provider, you pay an app, and they're on their way to you. I'm Whitney, and our team consists of myself, our lead programmer, DeAndre Gregory, our business and accounting person, Rachel Johnson, and our PR and marketing person, Kenitra Uri. 74% of people in the United States use their smartphone and other devices to schedule services like Uber, DoorDash, and now Eemerg. Right now, last year, the roadside assistance market hit an all-time high of $24 billion. It's slated to reach $32 billion by 2026. For our services, Eemerg averages anywhere between $50 and $150 per service. Our customers are the 300 million people who own cars in the United States. On average, there's about 2 cars per household, and most of the time, if you own a car, you own a smartphone, right? Our competitors right now are AAA, Urgently, Aduro, and Hump, and although they offer great services, none of them offer multiple options for you to choose from, and none of them offer our Family Pay option, which allows you to send a code to your family members and friends when you need help paying for that service. So what that does is allow them to view your checkout screen and enter their payment information on the secure server to check out for you. This year we were able to hit a lot of milestones. We launched March 19th of this year. We were able to reach 500 providers in 47 states by August, a little bit under 6 months after we launched, and we were able to receive over 1,000 service requests by November 1st. In January, we plan on launching our downloadable mobile app in all app stores, and we plan on launching a large marketing campaign through Drive STL, as well as beginning phasing to our phase 2 cities. Our projections are that we'll reach $1 million in revenue by 2021. We'll bring home an estimated $270,000. We'll do this through integration processes of Eemerg Plus, which allows our customers a more close relationship with their providers where they get updates every 5 minutes, as well as allowing customers to schedule services because you may need a tow tomorrow, and you want to be able to schedule that where you can get better and more competitive pricing when people don't already have services booked. We plan on scaling Eemerg nationwide. We'll do that through our integrations, our strategic customer and provider support, and through acquiring a larger network of providers. Thank you so much. My only ask is that you all spread the word about Eemerg and download our app when it comes out in January.
All right, so please wait for the microphone to ask questions so that the camera can pick you up. Who'd like to start?
Thanks for your presentation, it's great. Quick question, I think you may have alluded to this in your product projections, roadmap, whatever you want to call it. But is there downstream plans in terms of revenue capture around partnerships with like preventative maintenance, that sort of thing?
So what we're doing now is linking with small businesses like tire shops and auto body shops and offering them referral codes to build relationships where we can later on offer promotions to our providers for lower service costs.
Awesome, thanks.
Hi there, amazing presentation by the way. I'm actually wondering, as we well know, a lot of things are leading, more towards automated, autonomous vehicles being the future. Have you guys, thought about, or do you guys have a roadmap for partnering with like Drive or Uber, Lyft, or basically companies that are already pioneering automated vehicles?
So right now, the average vehicle on the road is about 14.1 years old, right?
Sure.
So we are building those platforms, but we want to focus on our core base right now. And
Okay.
once we scale and get to larger areas, then we worry about automated vehicles. Because people aren't going to stop driving anytime soon. We got a little bit of time, but we will be working on it.
Certainly. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Great presentation, Whitney. What's the payment structure? Do you get a percentage from the companies that do the work? Do you get a percentage of?
So right now, our structure is built on a convenience fee. So when customers come, they'll have a convenience fee, like when you buy movie tickets or book hotels, and providers have a small fee for processing the payment and sending it to them.
Okay. So is it like less than 5% or?
The provider's fee is 6%.
More questions? Okay.
Love it. Absolutely love it. From a very selfish point of view, I've used AAA in the past, right? The biggest pain in my rear is having to tell them where the heck I am when I don't have a clue where I am. Because this is based on mobile app, does it include just geotagging so they know right where to go, or how do you address that?
So we allow the customers to either use a geolocation with their phone, or we allow them to put in an address if they're not with their vehicle.
All right, I'll take the next question. Could you talk a little more about your marketing plan, and could you also flesh out the family pay, because I think that's really a unique feature of this, was something I really like.
Well, the family pay option, like I said, allows you to get the code from our site in the copy form. It'll shoot to your text messages where you're able to send your family member a link and a 6-digit code. They put that 6-digit code into our system and it automatically pulls up your payment, your checkout screen. So once it pulls up your checkout screen, your family member will enter their name and all their basic checkout information along with their credit card information and pay for your service anywhere in the United States.
All right, so like a parent pays for that.
Yes, like a parent pays if your kid's away in college, or you send some money to your brother and sister on vacation because they don't know where they are. Your parents are stuck in the middle of the road and you don't know how to get to them and you call 6 or 7 places. We allow you to pay for it for them without having to be with them.
And could you also just flesh out your marketing, how you're planning on getting the word out?
So we built a large campaign around Facebook as well as Google. We've also partnered with small businesses in the area which feed our local economy because we want them to be able to tell their customers firsthand to use Eemerg and get incentives back for their service.
I love the family pay option. That is so amazing, and I'm actually surprised that more companies have not, yet picked up on that. would you guys actually be open to like any type of like hire or something like that from Progressive, which actually does allow you to, you know, like use your geolocation information to find where you are and send a tow truck to you, but does not yet have any type of.
I can't hear you. That's why I'm stepping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Repeat
Yeah.
it.
Hold the mic close to your mouth.
Oh, is this better? Oh,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I was actually wondering, given the family pay is really like the breakaway. It's really important and something that many folks have a pain point around, which you guys have already solved. Would you guys be open to like any type of like acqui-hire type scenario by like say a Progressive or a AAA or something of that nature?
I'm open to the partnerships because we're all out here trying to help the smaller person, which are these providers. So I'm open to any partnership that arises.
Hi, I'm just curious, do you guys offer any kind of service guarantees, and how do you limit your own liability as far as...
So right now, if your service is not completed, we'll of course give you a refund. We offer fail-safes in case your service is already rendered before the provider gets there. We have GOA fees and certain options set in place to make sure that your money and the provider's money is protected.
Questions? Mary?
How are you getting more providers to buy into your system?
We have been traveling all over the U.S. actually. We've done tow conventions, which are large conventions for owners and tow truck providers. We've been to Florida, Los Angeles, Texas, Las Vegas, and we'll be going to Atlantic City at the end of this month.
Have you contacted all of the big chains like Dobbs or?
We are right now only
Midas?
reaching out to local and small businesses because we feel like they would be able to give the best deals and they would get the best benefits from our service.
Okay. I'm just thinking in terms of getting the word out, if you get it out through the chains, because they're all independent owners of their shops.
Most of them are not, and they have certain rules in place that allow them not to advertise other businesses without the permission of the bigger company.
Oh, I was thinking more in terms of these are the ones that put in the bids when your people call for service.
The providers put in the bid, like tow truck drivers.
Yeah.
So
No, how do you
advertise.
advertise that to providers that they should come into your service? And
We do that by going to the tow conventions, and we do that by reaching out to them directly if we think that the company is nice enough and has met our quotas, and we do that by going through Facebook or Instagram or any of the social media platform that they may see us.
Okay. So then, like she was saying, you might talk to some of the smaller insurance providers, the less well-known names that don't advertise, that you've got this service available that they could add on to their customer survey.
Absolutely.
More questions? Okay, I've got another one. I'll keep this going along. Could you talk a little more about what you referred to as like, the marketplace for this and how it would act? I mean, how it would act, because some people are more concerned about price, some people are more concerned about time. Let's go through that.
So our marketplace, let me see if I can look back. Our marketplace will show you a number of options. So those options are our pricing, our rating, which is a tire rating, and our ETA, which gives you a 30-minute window where your provider may show up. At the front of our screen, our service screen, you'll see how many providers are available in your area, up to 10. So that shows you that you'll get at least 10 responses from submitting this request. Their request has a 15-minute window for response. So instead of you calling 6 different places in that 15 or 20 minutes and 2 to 3 of them answering, you'll be able to see these prices and responses, and the providers will be able to see them real time.
Awesome presentation. Are there plans? I see like most of the stuff on there right now is kind of the roadside emergency services. Are there plans to do things like oil change, spark plug change, etc.?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are plans to do like mobile car washing, mobile mechanic, light work, and scheduling services, which will be our next integration by 2020.
Awesome.
Thank you again. Can you hear me okay? Yes. All right, thank you. I know that my father was recently in a situation where he hit a deer, and it was out of state, but he wanted his car to go to his house so that he could take it to his favorite auto body shop. Is there actually a way to integrate both insurance coverage as well as private pay? Because of course, insurance will pay for you to go to the closest location, but he didn't know anyone in the area, and he wanted to, go ahead and pay. But a lot of these are cashless. So is there any way to actually accommodate that type of a situation?
We have not integrated a situation where we work directly with insurance companies because we wanted to limit the amount of issues with having them say, well, we'll only pay you this much for a service, because that's one of our biggest provider issues of we're being locked into getting $28 a call or $15 a call when we know that it costs us a lot more to do that. So we haven't integrated that type of system yet because we didn't want our services to be watered down or any way manipulated by the insurance companies, but that is something to think about.
Awesome. And you guys are, it sounds like you guys are going to be like competing with GetRich.com or, something like that. Since you guys are going to be kind of in the future covering like oil changes at home, car washes at home, that sort of thing. So they're doing that right now, but it sounds like it's something that a space that you guys want to move into.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm curious, as you move into new marketplaces, because you are going nationwide,
Yes.
What is the approach to make sure that your services are really valid in a new place so that people don't show up and there's 2 providers available that can't really service all the requests the market needs?
Well, right now, our first goal was to make sure that we had coverage in every state. Right now, we have coverage in about 47 states, so that was our first goal. And then we look at the population and the density of those areas, and by that, we have an equation that allows us to see how many providers and how much mileage we actually need to have covered to hit the largest part of that population. So once we reach those numbers, then we start a light advertisement of like, we'll show it on Facebook, we'll do Google clicks just to see how much we can get in that area first, and then we transition to a larger marketing program where we get customers to see the service more and kind of flood their phones, I guess.
Being a college student, I haven't heard anything. Do you guys have like student incentives, good grades? I know like for I have insurance, and if you submit our transcript, whether it's college for me, we get like a good grades incentive. So do you guys have anything for students who may unfortunately be out on their own and they're providing for themselves and they don't have that parent protection for this and they just need a service for themselves?
So because we don't have any annual memberships or any type of membership number to keep up with the customers and their kids, their grades, we don't offer those type of incentives, but what we do offer is a competitive pricing marketplace where our lowest price beats any other competitor out there. Our lowest price is $45 for like a lockout, jump start, roadside, like light roadside assistance. For tows, our lowest price is $55, which still beats any program that you would come across. So we tried to keep our prices low so that we could relate to middle class families like myself and college students and everybody else.
Well, I think also one of the strong suits about this is you don't have to pay for something you don't need and don't ever want to use. You're only paying for what you have when you actually need it, and you're going to get the options you want with it. So, anybody else? Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you very much, Wendy.